Ahoy! Captain Benzie here, coming at you with a quick video to talk about the new Wargames. No, not that Wargames. That's an excellent Wargames and you should definitely go watch it, but it's hardly new. No, I mean this Wargames. Now before we continue, let me get my usual self-promotion out of the way quickly. Deep breath. If you enjoy this video and find it useful, hit like, as this both lets me know what content you're all enjoying and helps YouTube direct more people my way. Check out my channel for more C&C Rivals videos and subscribe if you like what you see, ringing that bell to be notified when the new videos go live. I do have a Patreon if you want to be pure awesome sauce and help support the channel, and there's the Gaming Galleon Discord for you to come chat on and let me know your thoughts. Whew! Back to Wargames. Now, Wargames is a new event format that sees you compete using decks built from a narrow selection of cards. Like Champions and Blitz, you play a string of matches and earn rewards based on your progress. At present, the level cap appears to be 11 for Masters and above, which is a little bit higher than Blitz or Champions usually is, which is mildly disappointing, especially since some of the cards allowed may not be ones you focused on leveling up, but that's a discussion for a different time and place. Now, what I wanted to do here was to suggest a couple of quick decks for you to try out. Now, you're going to be playing GDI in this event, but there's a decent spread of units here. All 4 commanders are available to use, and the rest are all mainly what I would call core units, so you should have plenty of these leveled up nicely. Now, in the barracks, we have riflemen, missile squads, MG squads, shockwave troopers, jump jet troopers, and snipers. In the War Factory there are War Dogs, Rhinos and Pit Bulls, and the helipad has drones, Talons and Mohawks. You'll notice that the Tech Lab units are not permitted in this particular Wargames. Alright, so that's actually a really safe selection of units, but let's look at the units available and analyse what this means for the event meta. Well, the first thing that jumps out to me here is that there are no heavy vehicles, no Predators, no MLRS, etc. This means that you won't actually need all that much of an anti-vehicle punch. Units that can deal with light vehicles, well, that's going to be just fine. In fact, everything on the list there that's not infantry can be counted quite comfortably with missile squads. Ergo, these are what I'd call the linchpin unit for this event. Everything should be built around them. I'd strongly recommend running them and a good counter for them. Considering this, I'm going to choose to ignore War Dogs for the simple reason that if you open War Dogs into missile squads, Rhinos aren't really good enough in the War Factory, so you'll have to open barracks quickly anyway, at which point, why did you bother opening the War Factory so early? Now, beyond that, looking at the commanders, there's very little for Liang to heal with his drone, so that drone's going to be mainly useless except for pad stealing, and there are very few big targets for Solomon's ion cannon, so these 2 commanders, I don't think they're going to be much use here in this event. So the first deck that came to mind looking at this was a variant of the 2-2-2 aggro deck. Here, riflemen and missiles are our opening squads, with rifles scouting and being early anti-infantry, and missiles being that linchpin unit that I talked about to deal with War Factory and helipad units. Missiles will beat all of these 1v1, except Rhinos, which you just need a rifleman squad nearby to swing to your favour, let alone anything heavier. Now, Rhinos of your own will deal with shockwaves and drone swarms, and Pit Bulls will deal with Rhinos, Talons, drone swarms, and Mohawks if you properly micro them or support them with missile troops. Finally, Talons give you a more reliable way of dealing with Mohawks and will easily take out MGs and snipers, and drone swarms shut down snipers, shockwaves, MGs, etc. and hold those pads as a little bit of a tanky unit. Now, this deck feels light on heavy vehicle punch, but, you know, since there are no heavy vehicles in this draft, that's not an issue. The 2 heaviest vehicles in this Wargames are Pit Bulls, which die comfortably to missile squads, and Mohawks, which also die to missile squads, and to Talons. Now, for commanders, I personally shift more towards Strong Arm, just as her turret can shift the game in your favour quickly. There's going to be a lot of air and infantry on the field, and her turret deals with both of these really well. It'll melt through MG squads, snipers, Talons, and drone swarms quickly, and it still does considerable damage to the War Factory units and the Mohawks in this event too. Jackson's not a bad choice with Heroic Charge giving you a quick boost when needed, but I just think Strong Arm is going to be the better option here. It should be noted that you could swap Rhinos for Shockwaves if your Rhinos are horrifically underleveled, but Shockwaves don't deal with drone swarms or Talons. Now, I did look at alternative options to this deck that used snipers, but drones and missile squads seem to really lead the charge here, and snipers die to drones. The Rhino just seems like such a great unit for dealing with drones and most infantry, and if you have alternatives that deal with missiles, like rifles, you'll be fine. I did also consider trying to squeeze jump jet troopers in there to hunt down pit bulls, but swapping out other units always felt like I was opening up too much of an exploitable hole in the deck, and missile squads should be enough against them. Besides, you have your own pit bulls if you need to go hunting. Sure, jump jet troopers would provide a hard counter for the pit bull, but I just don't see that being a huge issue. If that pit bull is trying to hold a pad, then a missile squad can be shooting at it, and so the deck remains as is. Well, that just about covers it for this video. What are your thoughts? Do you disagree with me completely? Let me know in the comment section below, and come join us on the Gaming Galleon Discord. I can't wait to hear how you all do in this first Wargames event. So, without further ado, good luck, happy sailing, and see you on the battlefield.